What's up, guys? Back for another episode of Barbells and Banter, and today we talked about what it takes to do a photo shoot prep, what it looks like, the misconceptions, what people think they need to do in order to do a prep, and the realizations of what a photo shoot prep looks like, and a photo shoot, an STCfit photo shoot day event, what that looks like too, which is a lot different and a lot more welcoming. So we go into the weeds on everything involved. So if you're somebody who's been sitting on the fence, you're like, maybe I need a goal, maybe I need something to push towards, I like the idea of doing a photo shoot, don't know where to start, this is the episode for you. So jump in, get into the information. If you've got any questions or anything after this, maybe you're thinking about doing a photo shoot. We're going to be running one at the end of the year in November. So if you want some more information on that, we can map out a timeline and give you an idea of what a plan looks like for you. Find us in the DMs, jump on the website, submit an application for coaching, and we'll just run you through how it works. Okay, that's it from me. Let's get to the episode. If you don't mind me, if you don't mind filling her up.
Yeah, this is why people think that we own you. Because they listen to the podcast.
Like our
we're just like,
hey, our podcast au pair.
Bring us some coffee, some water.
Have you seen, did you watch?
Eat his muesli bars.
Yeah.
Eat his protein powder.
Well, I don't have any food, so that means I'm eating your food, Tam. Actually, have you eaten at the, that Tompkins Bakery? You know, just like, so apparently, not apparently, I've actually been there. So so their banh mi are better than the ones at Featherbrook Shopping Centre.
Oh.
Yeah, so everyone was like, at Steph's work, it's like, you got to go to Tompkins Bakery.
Yeah.
And that's so you know where the IGA is, just here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I went there like 100 years ago when I first lived here.
So I go in there, and I got the signature banh mi.
It's always a good time.
So their signature banh mi is the same price as the banh mi at the other place, but it's got 3 times the amount of protein.
Yep.
And then their normal banh mi is $2.50 cheaper. So I'm like, all right,
already
winning.
It's better because it's cheaper.
Winning.
It's like Vietnamese food goes the other way.
Yeah.
The more expensive it is, the less it's going to be.
Agreed.
Yeah, because it's probably white people.
So this was like this beef that was cooked in like a bay leaf, and then it had like was it char siu pork or something like that? I don't know. Anyway. And the pork, it had pork and the bay leaf beef on top, and then it had all your pickled. Dude,
beef and bay leaf slabs.
It was sensational.
Yeah,
you know, and it had like the crispy onions, and I can't remember. It was
I'm
just
salivating. Hey, we're definitely going there. I was like, we'll go to Nando's, but no, we're not.
We're going to Tompkins Bakery. I'm fucking telling you, it's the best. This thing felt like a brick.
So. If
I could have taken you out with it.
If you're in the West this weekend, you're coming to Powerhouse Gym, and then going to Tompkins Bakery afterwards.
Drop Jason at the counter, and they'll look after you. They won't look after you. They don't know who I am. So yeah, I've had that banh mi on my mind since last weekend.
Yeah, what did you think of last Friday's?
Good,
decent,
crispy
lot
baguette,
of protein.
Bit too crispy the baguette for me.
Agreed.
Yeah, it was a
very rip your mouth apart.
Yeah,
I think I opted for the tiger roll though. That might have been my fault.
Yeah, the baguette makes a big deal with the banh mi.
I needed chili.
Banh mi. I remember I was like, damn, I'm like, let's go get a banh mi. And he's just like looking at me disgusted.
How dare you butcher the language like that?
It was real Aussie though. It was even Aussier than I sound right now. Banh mi. Did you see the 50-meter freestyle for the enhanced games?
No, does it happen?
No, so I think they're doing like just like practice.
Right.
And so it was like the first run and the guy beat the world record by like 0.2 of a second.
No.
Yeah, but they haven't even gone to the games. Like it's just the first time this dude's jumped in the pool with the suit on.
Lordy.
Yeah, and then like everyone's like, oh, it doesn't count. It's like, it fucking counts, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was the fastest person in a pool over 50 meters doing whatever.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I think it was some Swedish dude or something, but like, yeah, 0.2 of a second under the world record.
Already.
First go.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah. And I've even had people that are like, oh, it's not that much. I'm like, are you serious, bro?
Matter.
Yeah. Like, it's the first time, too.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to get, like, better. Like, they're going to train. So, interesting. But, yeah, I think it's like, here it is. 2026 is when the games is on in Las Vegas.
Should we go? Sounds fun.
I reckon it'll be fun, man.
I reckon it'll be fun.
It's going to be like
I don't want to go Vegas, but it'll be fun.
I'm assuming, I just have this feeling it's going to be like the the live golf version of like the Olympics.
Yeah.
So it like the Olympics is like, it's the gentleman's game.
Yeah.
And
wear
then,
a blazer.
yeah. And then like the enhanced games is just like for the bros.
Yeah.
And it's like live golf is like for the young dudes who just want to get fucked up and like party and also play golf.
Yeah.
Where like the PGA is like wear
Snotty
trousers.
old dudes.
Wear trousers and a polo, sir.
Collar. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like people at the PGA, even if you go, you dress like you're going to play golf.
Yeah.
But you're never going to play golf. You're just going to watch. Where like at live, you're just like, I'm just wear a singlet and some thongs.
Yeah. Because it's hot.
Yeah. And I'm gonna drink like 12 beers today. Yeah. So here it is. It's McAvoy. Hang on. Sorry. I'm killing this podcast now. I had it here. All right. So anyway, some dude, 50 meters freestyle, and so he's a Greek swimmer.
Yep.
Oh Jesus! I'm gonna call him
abort mission.
I'm gonna call him Kolomev. Broke the 50-meter freestyle record by 0.02 of a second. Like, look, it's not that much. All right,
it's enough, man. It's enough.
Like in the words of Vin Diesel, doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile.
Yeah,
winning's winning. You know,
but it's also like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
So it's like someone that you can't even say his fucking name beat the world record by 0.2 of a second.
Yeah, so it's like he might not be.
So what does Phelps do?
So he might not be genetically gifted, and I think
Let's bring back Ian Thorpe.
So three of these guys that are doing it are over 31.
Yeah.
So if you get some like juiced up Magnussen at like 20, like he's pumping that world record, bro.
Yeah. No, I reckon we bring back Ian Thorpe. We'll juice him up. See how he goes.
Imagine. Do you reckon
the softest man in international sport? Just juice him
like,
up, see what happens.
Fuck is all.
Just becomes a monster.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I know that people are like against it. I just think it's like a spectacular thing.
So fun.
Yeah, because it like just adds a curiosity element to sport now, like that you didn't have before. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Anything that takes away like that pompous nature too. Let's fucking have it. Let's go.
Yeah, and you can tell that's what's happened. It's like they're just leaning into like the Joe Rogan audience base.
Yeah,
like,
the number one podcast in the world.
Yeah, just like middle-aged
Here's
men.
an idea. Let's talk to those people because there's lots of them.
Middle-aged men who are has-beens.
Yeah. Who all have fucking...
who love sport.
Lawnmower ball shavers.
Yeah.
So they're willing to spend money if they like a thing.
Yeah, I love it. All right. So we're going to talk about what a photo shoot day and what a photo shoot prep looks like.
Yep.
Because there is a little misconception, I think, of what people think a photo shoot is. And then there's a misconception of what they think our photo shoots are like. And I think that they're fucking awesome. And I also think that, and there's a lot of benefit to come out of setting a date, setting a timeline, having a cool environment, connecting with people, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to run through like what it all looks like. So we're going to start with the common misconceptions of the photo shoot. So what would you say are the common misconceptions that you see with like either your current clients or maybe people who are like a little bit curious, like with, the photo shoot stuff?
For ours?
Yeah.
Or in general?
Let's go in general and ours.
So I think
tied up in a nice little bow.
For ours, obviously the goal is to get the community together and capture your hard work.
Yeah.
So how you approach that, everyone approaches it slightly differently. I have like strength athletes. It's like, dude, you're in amazing shape. Just come, have some fun, get some photos. Like you'll be insanely surprised of how great you look, especially on a camera. So come and be a part of it. I've also got clients that we're going to treat this like a proper timed cut that we're going to take seriously and get the best result we can in the time frame and get you to whatever point that we can. So the misconception more, and like we had a couple fly over from Perth, so shout out to Claire and Jack, because it's fucking mad.
Yeah, so good.
Who they were both like, we're not like athletes.
Yeah.
They've both, I think Claire's lost 13, Jack's lost nearly 20.
incredible.
kilos, like, and look unreal,
Mm.
especially for their training age, like really training for a year, 18 months.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Look amazing. But we're like, yeah, but we're not. Like, we had a fucking bikini competitor in the same group. Like, we're not that. It's like, it doesn't matter. You're there to showcase what you've achieved. And then if you come back next year, we can compare the two.
Yeah.
So you can set those goals up.
Yeah.
For a go to a photo shoot yourself thing, I think it's the misconception is that it has to be like bodybuilding.
Mm.
It can be as far along that spectrum as you want it to be.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think? I think there's a little bit of like people worry what other people think too.
Yeah, it's definitely like that's another thing that I think happens because so many photo shoots lean this way. Like, you don't have to sexualize yourself.
It doesn't have to be turned into like softcore porn.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah, that's a decision that you decide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I
you
agree.
can just go to the gym and lift weights, or like go to the beach and like pose. Like, you don't have to cover yourself in oil and have no clothes on. Like,
yeah, absolutely. There's many ways to portray your hard work. Yeah, I know. Like, I've never had any, I guess, like, I wouldn't call it pushback, but like, because I've just done the thing for so long, like, it's just normal for me to like shave my body, put fake tan on, and like, and then if I'm just like, I just had a photo shoot like 2 weeks ago, like everyone's just like, okay,
yeah.
But I guess like if you were in a circle and then you're already like working on yourself, like eating differently, training, changing how you look, and then the next step of that is like this curiosity that you have of like picking a challenge and, you know, seeing what you're capable of and proving to yourself you can do it and getting uncomfortable and vulnerable and whatever, and other like worrying about the other people's opinions on top of that,
especially for the guys.
Yeah, that's like that'd be like a hard obstacle to overcome. So I can see that, but then the flip side of it is, because we create these environments so that like-minded people can get together. It's awesome when people don't have that and then they come and they get it. Yeah. Because they're so fucking happy, man.
Yeah.
You know,
they
like
meet other people that are in the same.
Yeah. I've had a couple of clients come down. They're just like, we're not like posing and taking photos in the mirror. We don't do that where we come from. Yeah. And I'm like, what do you fucking mean? Yeah. I'm like, it's the only purpose the only reason I train is to take photos of my muscles in the mirror. So, and then, you know, like they just had a great time because it was just like no judgment and fucking, you know, to the point where they booked another photo shoot with somebody else and got after it and stuff. So, I know that it's just cool to create an environment where people kind of find their people. Yeah. And then, you know, they can do what they really want. Because I know the judgment thing is like they're looming over. Everyone's like, I'm changing the way I think and act, and I'm misaligning my values because I'm worried about these people. And I find that a little bit hard to see. Like, I think it's sad. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. And I think a part of it is with everything is that comparison narrative. So I know you and I both had it. Like, you were like, I'm not even going to get in front of the camera.
Yeah, I have very high standards.
Because I don't look like X. And like, I hang out with there's enough bodybuilders in our community that like, I was like, I'm not that lean.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part. It was when you coach them too. Yeah, it's like, I don't have feather glutes, so fuck it.
Yeah. So comparing yourself to be like, well, I don't look like this other person that I know that did a shoot. Yeah. Therefore, I shouldn't do one. Yeah. It's like, it's not the point of it. The point should be, as fucking cliche as it is, it's like, it's about the process. What you gain out of doing it, not the photos are just the stamp.
Yeah. And they're your receipts. Yeah. So you can look back on them and be like, fuck, I did that shit. And then have a benchmark for the next time.
Yeah, even Tam put up the team thing post, the group photo of us. My fucking chest is all like striated and shit. I'm like, I don't even remember seeing that at the time.
Yeah, you never do. Until you're in it. Yeah. Until you're gone. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. So I put the people think photo shoots are for bodybuilders only. That you have to be super serious about your training to do it. It's like, you have to take your training seriously, but you just got to take your goals seriously.
Yeah.
And the day is like a maximum muscle mag. It's like, people think that like you got to be huge and getting oiled up and all this shit. It's like, nah, man, it's not like that at all.
Yeah.
You know. So the reality is that we want to set a timeline because we've talked about goals in the past, and if we set a specific objective on a specific date and we have weeks to keep us accountable on the plan, statistically, you're going to achieve that. The statistics are in your favor. I can't remember the statistics. I think it was like 60% more likely to achieve a goal that has like a plan and a deadline and all of that. So we want to provide that opportunity for people.
Yep.
So at all times, you should be working towards something regardless. Photoshoot's a really cool way to kind of do that.
Agreed.
We want to create a day where we can celebrate hard work.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your journey is compared to someone else. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. So like you use your powerlifting clients. It's like if you've done a 12-week powerlifting prep and you're happy with where you're at, go do the photo shoot, celebrate your hard work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
If you lost 30 kilos, go to the photo shoot, celebrate your hard work.
Yeah.
If you're 8% body fat, go to the photo shoot, celebrate your hard work.
Yeah.
That is all about getting with other people and just celebrating hard work.
And I think the culture that comes from us, and we're really proud of it. The culture within the environment is the people that are 8% are like fucking wow about the people that have lost weight or...
Yeah, this person's lost 46 kilos and they're just like, that's me.
Yeah.
Like my
That's
body.
fucking insane. Yeah.
It's not a measuring contest of...
It's not I look better.
Yeah, everyone's like,
yeah.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. That's awesome. It's like a culmination of people on a mission.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone's mission's different, but everyone's like getting after it.
It's just the missions aim up. It's just do better.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then, being able to see what you're capable of unboxes the lid that you might have placed on your potential.
Yeah.
Like how many people have we worked with where you're just like you know that it's like they just need to push off the ledge.
Yeah.
And then once they jump, they're like, I can fucking do anything.
Yeah.
And they're like, I can't wait for the next one. I'm going to beat this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bring this and we're going to set this. And, it starts to, set future goals, objectives, and timelines. And it's like, if you can provide future goals, objectives, timelines, opportunity, you're again just infinitely setting someone up for progression and success.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool. And leading on to the next one is like, everybody loves that moment when they see a photo and they go, holy fucking shitballs, this is me.
Yeah, or that's not me.
Yeah, I can't believe that I look like that.
Yeah.
Like everybody loves that moment.
Yeah.
And being able to provide that situation for somebody is fucking cool.
Yeah.
And
have a bunch of other people around them that are like,
you look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not just your coach.
Yeah. Yeah,
not
definitely.
just your coach.
Yeah. It's not like it's a legitimate gas up. Yeah. So
I know you're really big on like being a space that people can celebrate their wins.
Absolutely, man.
And I think what we try to do culturally, which is expressed in our events, the lift off, the photo shoot, anything else, is that.
Yeah.
Like whatever you want to celebrate, we're not the friends that are chopping it down.
Nah, it's such a hard play. It's such a hard space to be in regularly. Like with Steph and I talk about it. Like, you can't really talk too much about where you're going.
Yeah.
Like I can't. If someone's like, "How's life?" Like I can't sit there and be like, "Yeah, sweet, my income's gone up like this %. Our yearly revenue's gone up this much.
Yeah.
We've got this on the part. We've got this on the horizon." etc. Or I'm like, thinking about buying this, investing in that. Like I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like all I have to say is like, business is busy.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
Because then it's like,
at best, it's like life's exciting right now. And even that's like,
so then because you're gloating.
Yeah.
it's like you're the only, like, here's the only place you can do that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I've hit this, I've done this, I'm doing that. I'm like, everywhere else, it's like you just have to say, like, you're either busy, but it's good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely like you can't celebrate your wins.
Yeah.
Like, it's just no one. There's like a moment where you go too far, and I'm like, you should never be like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, if I hit a really huge milestone, I would like to think that I could come to my circle and be like, hey guys,
this is what I did.
Something really fucking cool happened. This is what it is.
Yeah.
And just get pure, genuine, well done, bro.
Praise, yeah.
Yeah, so I know, because that's not so abundant, I'm a big, like, I encourage it for my guys.
Yeah.
Because they're always like, hey man, don't mean to annoy you, but have a look at this. I'm like,
yeah,
brother, share me your wins, mate.
Yeah.
I want to show me your rig, show me your bent over fucking shots with your jocks on. I need to see your glute lines. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's an important thing to embrace and a culture that I want to reinforce. Okay, so what does a photo shoot look like? Where do we start from? I think it all starts from the timeline.
Yep.
So we've got a set date. If you're going to do our one, it's going to be on November the 15th. Hopefully. Haven't confirmed that yet.
90% locked in.
November the 15th or the 22nd, either or. Or if you are booking a personal one, you've got whatever deadline that is, and you're going to work back from that.
Yep.
Is there an optimal timeline? It's going to be dictated by when you think you can commit to that shoot. So someone's like, I need this to be done before maybe I'm going on holidays.
Yeah.
Or, maybe it's just before summer or whatever. I would say minimum 12 weeks would be good. Like exceptional circumstances for people who, want to land, don't care where they land or whatever. I think if someone wants to experience a change in their physique in a period of time, about 12 to 16 weeks would be a good timeline.
Yeah.
Anything else to add on that?
No. Nailed it.
So then from the timeline, we get to go, what does this timeline look like in terms of the periodization?
Yep.
So we do an assessment of the physique, and we will go, are we lacking in muscularity? Are we lacking in leanness? What is the desire of the individual to land on the specific day?
Yep.
Is it more leanness? Is it more muscular? Is it a combination of both? If we have the adequate timeline to do both, we would probably partition them. So we might do a little bit of a recomp phase, a little bit of a build, recomp phase and or build into, a fat loss block, or someone might have the sufficient levels of muscle mass and we just need to kind of cut down and bring an exceptional lean package to the photo shoot for the particular day. So timeline, now we've got the plan. So then we add another layer to that plan, training. What does training look like for those people in your eyes?
For me, not a whole lot different.
Yep. So is there any particular lenses that you look through for a physique client to a strength-based client, or?
Yeah, for sure. So when you're switching to a goal, it's starting to, especially with my guys, it's like most of them have multiple different goals under the same. So most of them want to be strong and in shape. Some of them also want to be fit. So there's maybe 3 layers that we're looking at. And it's usually just all right, for this period of time, how you look is the greatest priority. So we train muscle-centric over movement-centric for this period of time. That's still going to keep you strong. It's fine.
Yeah.
But we just changed the lens a little bit of the programming and all of those types of things. Little bit lower risk in terms of exercise selection because we know we're going to be compromised in terms of recovery. Can't train you the same way in a deep deficit as I would at a maintenance. So that's definitely a consideration. But I think the exercise selection is the biggest variable.
Yeah.
Moving either direction.
Yeah, I agree. I put it into buckets. So I'm we are focusing on maintaining as much strength as we can.
Yeah.
can potentially be compromised as we get smaller.
Mm-hmm.
You maintaining the same level of strength that when you were 10 kilos heavier is technically progression, in my opinion. So we want to obviously be as strong as we can, but the main focus is muscle retention. So we just need adequate stimulation. So a program that builds muscle is a really good one at kind of keeping muscle. And then the main objective when someone is moving into a dedicated fat loss phase for the photo shoot would just be driving an energy deficit outside of the training.
Correct.
So training's for strength maintenance and muscle retention.
Yeah.
And then we're,
Cardio,
moving to like
calories.
Yeah, correct. Which is the next kind of part. So 99% of people are going to be like doing a fat loss phase into the shoot date. Mm-hmm. Maybe at the start of the timeline, like you would have done like a recomp block, a little bit of muscle mass, a little bit.
A few of my girls doing that now. They've entered surplus phases now. We're 26 weeks away. Yeah.
I've got a few planned out. Same scenario.
Yeah.
So then we move to like a cardio, the cardio component. So it's like when to implement it, how much. So we use 2 vectors to drive energy expenditure over the day. We use daily step targets, and then we will use like planned cardio. I think knowing what dial to push and pull back from would really just come down to a needs analysis on that particular person, because you've got to look at their lifestyle, you've got to look at their commitments, you've got to look at like how much weight they need to lose, how much body fat needs to come off, and you're like, okay, well, maybe we push the steps up like 1,000 to 2,000 on average per day. If we can do that, that'll add another 20 to 30 minutes of activity to your day. If we're in a position where we need to continue to increase the output to drive the deficit, we may need to look at a more time efficient way of expending energy. So that's when your actual cardio, moderate intensity, potentially high intensity if the person's got the capacity to do it. Maybe at the start of I'm thinking about my prep for the end of the year, because it starts at the end of the month, and I'm like, I have the capacity to do some HIIT now because I got lots of body fat on me. But I'm like, so I'm like, but that's going to drop off after like a month. Because the idea of me right now doing 15 minutes of like 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, and actually it being productive, like that's not going to happen. Like I don't have the fitness to do it. So it's like, could I do 30 seconds on, a minute off, 30 seconds on, a minute off, and could I do that for a month? And do say like six maximal bouts at that, and then move into like a 15-minute, absolutely. And like, that's a natural transition. So that makes more sense from my cardio, to apply it. So I think it's just like working with the person, what's in front of you, and then just making sure they do it. So I've got a little bit of a battle of negotiation going on with a few of my clients at the moment. I'm like, they're like, oh, I need to be fit. I'm like, sweet. So I'm like, 3 exposures, 10 minutes a week. And they're like, oh, how about we just start with 1? And I'm just like, have you done that one yet? No. I'm like, oh, cool. So I'm like, do it at the start of the week so that you get it done. And I'm like, have you done it yet? No. It's like fucking Thursday. So with the cardio, I think the most important thing to consider after that is just managing I hate using just like manage fatigue, but it's just like managing the output you do with your total training load. So I think that the mode of cardio has to be considered on top of the total training load. And the individual. So I'll use an example. So Matt, 125 kilos.
25 minutes on the Stairmaster.
Don't think correct. Don't think a dude who's 125 kilos should be going on using the Stairmaster. Especially when he's got 5 weight training sessions, 65, 70 sets per week. Training close to failure, all of that. So for someone like him, I'm like, bro, you want to use the recumbent bike? Have at it. Have at it, king. Like, even him just like moving his body like 10, 12,000 steps a day, the weight just falls off him, because he's got a locomote, this fucking huge structure. So I think like just getting
the meat suit.
I saw him, we caught up Wednesday, and I was just like, fuck, you're so big. Because he's got the same like definition, but he's 10 kilos heavier because he's just filled out. So I'm just like, fuck. And we're about to start his growth phase.
Yeah,
It's just
definitely.
nasty. So yeah, like that, like that's a scenario where you can't just go more, like even just because it's like cardio and it's a different system, and
Yeah.
the respiratory system and the muscular system aren't the same, so you can just hammer one and it won't carry over to the other. It's like you've still got to consider like the joints and all of that. So it's like, are you hitting the pavement? Like, how often are you doing that? How good are you at running? Like, would it be better to just use a cross trainer? Like, how much walking are you doing? Like, how lean are you? Are you like, what kind of footwear are you wearing? You know, because your fat pads are, depleting in your feet. Like, I know that's a big one. For myself, like, eventually I just live in New Balance because my feet hurt.
Hurt all the time, yeah.
Yeah, like by the end of that car, I couldn't wear Jordans at all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because my feet were just, this is like my
Smashed.
bones were just fucking
That's,
hitting the ground.
I had that a lot with calf training.
Yeah, you just have no protection. And that's why I think as well, like, your training starts to change a bit too.
Yeah.
Is because you feel unsafe because the integrity of your joint is getting smaller.
Yeah.
You know, because you got fat pads like within, all of your structure. So if they diminish, you feel a little bit frail.
From a powerlifting standpoint, I can speak to being fatter, that stabilization that it brings to joints.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's delightful.
Yeah. Isn't it funny, like, when you think about it like that, it's like you like, shouldn't that increase your muscle building potential being a bit softer?
Yeah, because you train harder.
Yeah, because it doesn't affect, like, people were like, oh, if there's too much body fat, there's too much estrogen, it offsets, like, free test, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
There's some hypothesis, and then they basically debunk that.
Yeah.
So then it's like, well, if you know at a certain level of body fat, like, you feel protected and you can lift more,
stay there.
wouldn't that translate to better gains? And then
Yeah.
when you peel the body fat off, you have more muscle?
Yeah.
So it's just like an interesting.
I guess just the cost of how big is that and how much do you have to diet
Yeah,
off.
and are you willing to look in the mirror and just be like, like the last 3 weeks, I'm
I
like,
can't put my belt on.
yeah, the last 3 weeks I've been like, I told myself I wouldn't get back here this year,
Yeah.
but but in my head I'm like, I'm also going to be like 5 kilos heavier
Yeah.
at the end of the photo shoot. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm willing myself on for the next 3 weeks to kind of finish my plan, because I'm like, you want it to be bigger this year.
Yeah.
So I just wonder if, like, do you get that by not being as strong but staying on the leaner side? Not sure. Possibly.
Yeah.
Anyway, not sure how we got there. So then we've got the weekly updates. What progress points do we measure to ensure success? And well, obviously banging the drum, like, we do this for everything, but it's like, if you're not doing this, this is why you're not making making the gains that you want.
Yeah.
So we need, what do we need?
So measurements, body weight, photos.
Yep.
Are the three.
Yep.
Then, interestingly, I've always been more heavily measurement focused. As I've, in the last 12 months to 2 years, brought on more leaner individuals that are getting to sub-athletic body fat
doesn't
percentage,
work.
pictures become more and more important.
Yeah.
Like, I think Sandra's lost like 2 centimeters, maybe.
Yeah, measurements
off her
don't.
waist, and it's like,
Yeah.
bruh, it's
Measurements
not
only
even-
work if you're like soft.
Correct. Yeah.
Like, I could use measurements for the first 6 weeks of my cut,
Yeah.
and then after that, it's like, oh, you lost 0.7 centimeters across a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, gets to a point where you're like, this isn't valuable.
Photos
anymore.
start to become
Yeah,
more valuable.
correct.
So, and I think also body weight becomes more useful the leaner you get.
And more frequent body weight too.
Yeah.
So if you're doing 7, you can literally pinpoint. It's like, oh, were you stressed today? Did you have a bad sleep? Did you eat something that didn't agree with you? Like, you can see it, and they're like,
because there's less variation in hydration status because you have less fat tissue. So it's way more useful. The variations are much smaller and the trends are much easier.
Agreed.
So I think the more body fat you have, the more effective measurements is, and the newer you are to training.
Yeah, and the less effective body weight is because it can skew
so much.
Yeah, especially if you're not locked in.
Bad sleep, bad meal, bad whatever. It flows so much. I got one of my guys who's like 3 kilos swings. Yeah, he sometimes works like 14-hour shifts, and it's just like, he's like, this is fucked, nothing's working. I'm like, have a sleep. Yeah. And he'll message me like, oh, all-time lows today. Okay. Got you.
We know this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're the 3 variables, and that's how you would apply them to.
Yeah. So the only other additions we have is like the training performance. So we still want to obviously make sure that the programs, like, we're maintaining as much strength as possible, maintaining as much performance as we can.
You notice the My Strength Book update You now can see it more.
Yeah, it shows
used to
you
only show the strength ones.
Yeah, it shows you the volume load and whether it goes up or down for each exercise.
Yeah, max PR. So it's PBs for max rep, max volume, and predicted 1RM.
Yeah, it comes up in their report now.
Yeah, which you used to have to fuck around to find it. Yeah, now it's just there. Mad. It's great.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, we want to see those go up, maintain, and, like, in all honesty, there will become a point where maybe they slightly drop.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're exceptionally lean, like, technically under certain levels of body fat, you're not healthy. So how are you supposed to perform at a suboptimal, at an optimal level in a suboptimal
do you find it's more volume, so top end strength remains, but repeat effort, so net volume drops?
Yeah, their recoverability. It's just like repeat effort is the thing that drops off. Absolutely. So yeah, working around those things is the magic. And then the only other thing I've got is like the subjective stuff. So we're big on like, yep, this is the numbers, but we're also big on like, how do you feel? What do you think? How's this going? What do you need help with? Like, what, do you feel like you're making progress? Like, because then we've got all the information, like the timeline, the objective, the actual results, matching that up to the timeline, input from the person. Are they feeling confident? Are they crushing it? Are they not feeling confident? Is there something they need help with? What do we need to support them with? Or are we sending them off just like, we're in the fucking groove here, man. Have at it and get after it. So that's how the prep would look. And then the day itself is super fun.
Yeah, it's so fun.
It's super fun. You're in fantastic shape. You might have gotten yourself an outfit or two because you can and you deserve it.
Yeah.
You get put in a group, meet at the gym. You're with Tam for an hour. He's absolutely amazing. He runs you through a bunch of shots. You lift some weights. You can pick how easy or how hard you go for it. We're always encouraging guys to push yourself.
Yeah. If you don't have neck veins.
Nah, that's it. Take a bunch of photos, hang out with a bunch of cool people, meet some people that you might have seen on the internet. Just like with tags and all that kind of stuff. Or maybe you guys have spoken and whatever. Meet a bunch of cool people. Maybe you'll get some friendships from it. We've seen people kind of hang out afterwards and work out together and fly to each other's states and all this shit. And then you get those pictures, like we said, at the end of it, and you go, right, this is fucking mad, and I can't wait to beat that next time.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's so awesome.
I think it's great.
We'll be doing we've got ours like set for the end of the year.
Yeah.
We're living proof of the thing we do, which is, I think, an important example as well. Like our training, I don't know about yours, but it was like there was like a lull, and I can even see it in like my videos, my pictures and shit. I'm like, you don't look that good, bro.
Yeah. So we had nothing on.
Yeah, and then once we got out of lockdown. Once we got out of lockdown and we set that first one, it was like, the physique just got better because you got something to kind of chip towards. It's like it doesn't have to be a show. It doesn't have to be something like crazy. It can, be a photo shoot. And if you're somebody who maybe is thinking about, bodybuilding, maybe do the photo shoot first because it's literally like probably 6 to 8 weeks before like what a show condition would be.
Yeah. So what are the girls out now? 16?
Yeah.
So Sandra's just hit the same body weight to like this week as she was for the shoot last week, last time. So we're like, we've been here. Now this is new. Let's go.
It's time to dig.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's like all the habits are the same though.
Yeah.
So it's like the best transition because like the only thing that changes now is obviously just like, the degree of suffering. It's no other way to kind of coin it. But it's like, it's not like her daily habits have changed. No. It's like she still tracks her steps, still tracks her weight, still trains hard, still sleep, meal prep, all that. It's just like the magnitude of it is different. So I think it's the perfect kind of dress rehearsal for someone who's like maybe thinking about it but doesn't really know and is a bit unsure and wants like a nice intro. It's perfect.
Yep.
So yeah, that's it. Anything else to add?
Personally, we probably got to that stage a little bit. We're kind of doing photo shoots every year, but not all the time. When I moved to powerlifting, it was the end date that made the progress for me.
Yeah.
And I found competing that competition day, again, it was the receipt of the work that I'd done in the last 12 months. I hadn't found that in physique until I did the photo shoot last year.
Mm.
And it was like, okay, I get it. This is,
Yeah.
And like I booked the photo shoot because I did ours, and I was like, I've never thought I could look like this.
Yeah. And
what if I try?
Yeah. There's more there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, it's all about, like you said, if you want to get to an end goal, use these as stepping stones, but that you'll be really surprised with what you can achieve in a time frame when you really apply yourself and you do have the pressure of an end point.
Yeah. Yeah. And like a lot of people are competitive. And I know a lot of people in this who listen to this podcast, like they're competitive, aim up, high achiever people. So they're going to look at those photos and they're going to go, like, I'm already I look at mine every now and then. I'm like, I'm going to fucking crush you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, whether I might be bigger than you. I'm going to be leaner than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I look at them, I'm like, you know, there's a line there that there's this, there's that. I'm holding here, you know, I'm like, you're going down. Like,
yeah.
And it's like that translates to just the day to day.
Yeah.
So I love the competitiveness of it, the direction, everything that kind of comes with it. So yeah, that's hopefully you guys got a bit more of an insight into kind of how it works. Like we said, we've kind of locked in tentative dates. I think it's like November 15. Just got to confirm with the venue. If not, it'll be like the 22nd. So if you guys have ever wanted to do a photo shoot, it's more achievable than you think. We do them all the time. I've done 7 shoots this year, as in individuals, as well as like our ones as well. So yeah, if you're interested, you need to know more information. Maybe you want to do our group one at the end of the year. Again, in the DMs, jump on the website, just submit through an application for coaching, or just find us in the DMs on Instagram and we can kind of talk about it and just see how that would work for you. So yeah, jump in there and do it now, because the plan, like I said, like you literally can map out like the whole year and create an opportunity to bring your absolute best.
Yeah.
All right. As always, guys, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the follow button, depending on what platform you're on. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for your support, and we'll catch you for another episode.